Hello, my gutsy warriors. It's Lori Seeley, functional medicine health coach. And yeah, just a little quick catch up. I'm still in Illinois. I'm working hard towards the move south. We finally came to an agreement with our buyers after the inspection, and now I'm ready to plan my Illinois exit. I'm so excited. And it's really hot here this afternoon, though. Like, I feel like going outside, I almost feel like I'm already in Florida. So my daughter and I are going to the pool later on, and then they're doing this flick and float tonight, which is going to be so much fun. They're showing Smallfoot. Normally when we go there, hey Deanna, good to see you. Normally when we go there, it's kind of cold. It's because we've had unseasonably mild weather in years past. And so today we're really excited because we actually get to be in the water during the movie tonight. So we're really excited. So anyway, I'm here today to talk to you about sugar cravings. This is what I wrote about in my blog this week. I do have a link to that up above. And see, here's the thing. Sugar cravings are not your fault. A lot of people kind of go through life thinking that that they're just like somehow broken or something like that when they have a lot of sugar cravings, and it's just not the case. It's not your fault. It's the tiny little bugs in your gut. I'm gonna move forward there. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I'm sorry. So for myself, most of my life, I totally had a sweet tooth, and I actually just did some work to kind of knock it down again because I was going off the deep end again and feeling some bloat in my tummy. I mean, we're all a constant work in progress, right? And so I'm doing well now, but 2 weeks ago, not so much. I was craving the sugar. I was going to Trader Joe's just to get the sweet things that I like from Trader Joe's, which are nowhere near the sweet kind of stuff that I was eating before I went through all this gut repair. But oh my gosh. Oh, I see Michelle joined us too. Hey, Michelle. We're talking about sugar cravings. Anyway, now I've gone through all this gut repair and I'm feeling so much better, and I'm helping other people do the same thing. I know so much more than I did before, and really it's not your fault. So have you ever heard of the gut-brain connection? This is what I was kind of getting at before that I got a little ahead of myself. Well, the gut-brain connection is totally a thing. And what it is, it's the tiny bugs that are in your gut, the ones that are kind of overgrown and going a little crazy. Well, they really enjoy sugar. And yeast is one of those tiny bugs, especially fungal yeast, that really enjoys sugar and thrives on it. And what they do is they're in there and they use your nervous system and hormones to tell your brain that they're hungry and they want their favorite food. And to you, it feels like it was your idea. But honestly, it's not. It's the tiny little bugs in your stomach that have developed over billions and billions of years, and they're still there, and they know how to get what they want. Okay? And the more sugar you give them, the better they feel, and the more they procreate, and then the more they ask for it. Okay? So I just like, if you go away from this with learning nothing else today, I want you to know, I want this seed to be planted for you. Sugar cravings are not your fault. So here's how Candida can give you those horrible, strong sugar cravings. It's actually just how I described it. Candida is growing and thriving in your gut, right? And in the rest of your body, unfortunately. You've killed much of your beneficial bacteria and built a mansion for the Candida to thrive in with all of its kids. And now the Candida is all randy, wants to make some babies, but it needs fuel for that. It needs energy, okay? And don't get me wrong, Candida will eat anything. there are people who sort of get this misconception that Candida only eats sugar. Well, that's not true. Candida will eat fat, Candida will eat protein, it'll eat anything. It's like a goat, no boundaries, right? But Candida's best food, its favorite food, the thing that it eats all the time and really, really enjoys is sugar and anything that digests down into glucose before it's absorbed, okay? So the Candida is down there shouting obnoxious things at your brain and asking for its favorite food, glucose, no matter what form it's in, right? Screams at your brain, pasta, sandwich, oh my God, white rice, and an icy. And that's really, really hard to ignore, right? But it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I mean, you might read some of my other blogs and that might make you feel bad about yourself, right? Because you're thinking, oh, but I'm the one who took antibiotics and I'm the one who took oral birth control and used steroids and whatever it is that you did that killed your gut bacteria that allowed the Candida to thrive. Yes, that's something that you did, but you didn't know that that's what was going to happen, right? I mean, do you think if I knew that I was going to go down this Candida rabbit hole when I was doing all those bad things to my body that I would have gone ahead and done it anyway? Absolutely not. And I'm sure you wouldn't have either, right? Or if you actually knew that that was a possibility and whatever thing that you were taking was necessary for you to be alive and well, then you would have taken precautions quickly afterward to rebuild your gut bacteria so that it wouldn't go that far, right? So it's not your fault. It's not your fault that doctors prescribe drugs that kill your gut bacteria. And because they don't really know about that stuff either, you know? Or they just don't understand that it's as big of a problem as it is, right? So not your fault. I'm gonna drive this home. It's not your fault, okay? So now we have these sugar cravings. We've established it's not our fault, but we still want to do something about it, right? Because if you're eating sugar all the time when you want to, you're feeding your Candida, you're making it all worse, right? And possibly gaining weight that you don't want too, right? Okay. So it's kind of a simple formula. The things that you have to do are not that simple. That's why you have me. But it is a simple formula. What you do is you find out what your gut imbalance or your overgrowth or what pathogen is causing your cravings, and you fix it. You kill the pathogen, you rebalance the good bacteria in your gut so that it's how it's supposed to be for you. And it's just that simple. But the work that you have to do is not that simple, but that's why you have me. Because once you figure out what it is that's causing your sugar cravings or your bloat or your myriad other symptoms that we've been talking about for a couple weeks now, once you figure out what that is, then it's kind of easy to get rid of it. If it's an imbalance, you use probiotics to balance it in fermented foods. If it's Candida, you do my 7-step program. Simple like that. Because I have experience helping people get rid of their Candida and parasites and rebalance their gut. I have an entire 7-step program that's completely built around that I used myself, and I've used it on a few people already, and they're doing so well, and I want to share it with everybody, right? Of course. So that's what I'm here for. I feel like there's not enough education around this, and a lot of the stuff you're going to find online is misleading or wrong or dangerous, and it's like throwing spaghetti at the wall. I just told somebody this yesterday. It's like throwing spaghetti at the wall. I'm going to try this natural antifungal. I'm going to try this antifungal from my doctor. I don't know what's going to work. Well, if all you're doing is trying an antifungal here and there, you're not doing the diet, and you're not rebuilding your gut bacteria, and you're not clearing out the space for your detox organs to do their job, you're not going to be killing your candida, not for good anyway, and you're going to be really uncomfortable while you're doing it. And that's why it's good to come to me or somebody else who has a program that's similar to mine. I'm not saying it has to be me, but just somebody who's doing it safely. First thing you do is you clear out your detox organs. Then you start to do the diet. Then you start to take the natural antifungals. Then you go down this road. When you do it in the right order, you end up killing that candida, all of it. Well, I mean, you get it knocked down to the proper amount in your gut, and then you can figure out a way forward to live your life without recurrences of overgrown fungal candida, right? Because that's what our goal is, for sure. You don't want to be fighting this for the rest of your life, right? That would be horrible, like awful and awful, horrible. So, okay, I'm done with that for now. You guys that are watching, I don't know if you're still here, but if you have any questions, go ahead and type them in because I'm about to take off. And if you have any questions, I can answer them for you right now. Any questions about sugar cravings or anything not even related to that, whatever you got, okay? And yeah, and then if you're watching this in the replay, just go ahead and post a question here. Make sure you tag me in it, because if you don't tag me, there's a good chance I won't see it, because a lot of stuff comes across my desk and I don't see it if I'm not tagged usually, okay? And feel free to contact me straight if you want to learn more. If you're not comfortable putting your questions in there and you just want to talk to me, please email me. I have my email up above too. Is stevia antifungal? That's a really good question. Do you know what? Stevia actually has a history of killing some candida. I mean, it's not all you're going to need for that. Of course, you need more things, but yeah, stevia is antifungal. Isn't that cool? So that's why, I mean, it's really good to use that as a sweetener when you're fighting candida. Also, there's that other sweetener that a lot of people can't handle. And the name of it isn't coming to me, but it's pretty cool. That's not coming to me, but it usually comes in a powdered form, and it's it's not going to come to me, but that is also antibacterial, antifungal, so that's kind of cool. Antibacterial meaning like against pathogens, not just bacteria. Anyway, so I hope I answered your question. And thank you for that, Desislava. I'm hoping I'm saying your name correctly as well. So yeah, anybody else have any questions when you're watching the replay, please type them in here and tag me in it, and I'll be sure to get back to you, okay? So have a great week, and I will see you guys soon.